Welcome to Whip It Out Wednesday Writing Sprints. I'm GiGi.
And I'm Sienna.
And good morning from America.
And good evening from Perth, Australia.
Australia. So we always open our Wednesday writing sprints with a little question and an answer.
Yes.
It's almost like ask me anything indie authors.
Yeah.
So today, I'm sorry, did I interrupt you?
No.
So today, the question is, why do we use a developmental editor? Because both of us have one, and we actually have the same one, which we love. And she is literally our ride or die. So
Cheers.
I'm going to share with you something sad that I got from her. So I had to so these are her color code when you're actually in the manuscript. But when she sends you 4 pages of notes, and then I had to take my outline, because I do not outline in advance. What I do is I write the story, and then I take a summary and I plug it in. So these are my 3 pages, because I did not used to do that. And then my beautiful friend Jessica from Deep Roots Editing.
Yeah. Deep Roots. Yeah.
Deep Roots Editing would come along, and she would be like, "Hey girl, I think we need to," and this is what she said in this book, "I think we need to take the story all the way back to chapter 1. And I said, I hallucinated, because I think you said I'm 30,000 words in and we should go back to chapter 1. And she says, yes.
So I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because I feel your pain.
So I started, I was like, okay, well, here, I'm going to do I want to outline my problems. Here's problem 1. Hi, bulldog. There's problem 2, and
They're very close together.
I think look at this. This is 3 font. Look at that.
Yeah, right.
When she makes the font size smaller, that's when you know you're in trouble. So I was so confused. I was just I don't even know how to even start with her edit. So the bulldog is crazy. So that's why I do this. So I'm going to take this today, and I'm going to okay, she said, keep this scene, take this scene out, rewrite this whole scene. I know. And I have to go through and take her comments and then go over here and be okay, this one gets strike out with a red marker. And then that one has to change. And then that one has to move. And so she sent this last Friday.
I'm scared for you.
No. She sent it last Friday. I had to run around with the kids because we had homecoming, we had baseball, we also had baseball coming weekend. So I had this printed out. I sat at baseball and read it all. It was sad. And then I reread it Monday, and I'm I don't even know how to do this. And then on yesterday, I reached out to her and I said that I don't know how to do it. I've thought about it 4 days in a row. I don't even know how to do this. So we've talked a little bit about it, but I'm still ugh. So yeah. I don't know if I answered the question why I have a developmental editor, but
but you've just pretty much warned everybody not to.
I went all the way around. No, because honestly, the reason why she makes my book better. She makes the product and the story and what I'm trying to convey so much better. She has told me some of your characters give me an ick feel, and I don't think you mean for it to be that way. I'm not my main character. So I've had to rewrite characters. I've had plot holes. I've had inconsistencies. Things that we as authors, we keep the whole story in our head, but not all of it makes it down on paper. And so sometimes you intimate things that never happen, or she'll say you started to kind of foreshadow here, but you never answered the question here, or you have an open subplot line. Mm-hmm. Or you have an open subplot line, and you need it, and you never closed it. And I'm did I? I mean, and here I did. But that doesn't count.
Or you have a couple of weeks between writing chapters and you forget what you wrote and you go on another tangent.
Yeah. She's like, where is this road leading to? I don't know.
She said to me once, I'm pretty sure she said to me once that I think you had a break here. She said, and then you didn't bother reading before.
Oh.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I have literally written stuff, moved it up, and left it in both spots. And she's like, do you know you have a whole duplicate paragraph? I'm like, no, I did not. I do not catch that.
Yes,
So,
I've had duplicates. I've had read so much read out, and she goes, believe it or not, they're the same paragraph. It's like, what?
well, one time I cut and paste because we've talked about this. I would do Grammarly, you do ProWrite Aid. I have both. I cannot get the plugins to work on my Mac. You can.
Yeah.
I am pretend IT and it's gone terrible. So I cut and paste everything into Grammarly Web and then have to cut it back into my document. And so I've cut and pasted, chapters twice and like, here you go. Chapter 17 is in there twice. And she's like, girl, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. So yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so we'll have Sienna answer why she uses Jessica when we on the break from our writing sprint. And then I also, if you'll help me remember, want to, if people can't afford a developmental editor because, they're expensive, they're worth their weight in gold, or at least ours is. But if you can't afford a developmental editor, what are some options that are free or cheaper?
Yeah. Yes, we'll cover that after our 20.
20 minutes, friends.
20 minutes.
Good morning, Noelle and Jeff. What y'all working on today? Are you writing? Are you working? Are you stuck in corporate America or corporate Aussie and you're sad?
They wouldn't be stuck in corporate Aussie at this time of night, though. They'd be...
That's true. Unless they're like attorneys.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Or lawyers, maybe.
Are you in a bar or a pub in Australia watching? Okay, what you working on today? Oh, do you have a special announcement?
Not yet, but it's very close. So I haven't touched it since we got off and I wrapped up some. I just got to sort of do the retouch on this one a little bit and maybe the epilogue and I'm done.
Oh, so close.
So yeah.
And this is, tell everybody the title.
This is, I forgot. Caged Fear. My brain was like, what am I doing? Caged Fear. Mm.
That's when you know you're so tired of your book. You're like, I don't, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Yeah. Get the words out,
yes.
The break. I can't read it again. I can't work on it anymore.
Yes. So Caged Fear this is. And it's a doozy. But yeah, I've hit way more words than I thought I was going to hit. So
where are you at right now?
84,000. It's nearly as big as the first book.
Hey, I know, but I just feel like it's going to be a great story.
I feel that. Let's just see what Jess does.
Sometimes she'll break your heart. Yeah.
I know. Well, she already broke my heart because she can't start until the 20th of this month. And then I said to her, that's okay, because what I'm going to do is pro-writing aid, like we were just talking about, is I'm going to they've got the, like it does like a developmental edit.
Oh, nice.
That you can have on it. So I'm going to do that and then go through all what it gives me. So that way, hopefully when I give it to Jess, I get more green.
I know.
It's like a school teacher. You want the good vibes, not the bad.
Yeah, I think it's, what does she call it? Green are the compliments. Green is love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's good. I love the way she does that, though. That's brilliant.
Oh, it is. It's very helpful because sometimes when she says redo the whole thing, I'm like, where is the green?
I know, because then you've got to deal also with like the feeling of failure and the feeling of, there's so many different things to unpack from that, like as an author. And you've got to fight through those to get back up to the top to go, No. She's just encouraging me and making it better. Like you're not, because you take it so personally when it first hits you. Like it's one of those things.
Oh, imposter syndrome. Like, who am I to write this? This will never work out. It'll never be a good book. Why did I even attempt this story, etc.?
Yes, correct.
Yes, all the above.
Lots of
Well,
all right, let's do
I'm
this.
over here in my mental dilemma as to how to fix my manuscript. That's
Yes.
coming out in December. Okay. That's great. Anyway, anywho, so tell us what you guys are working on, and we'll get started. We're going to do a 20-minute writing sprint, and then on the break, we'll hear Sienna's answer.
Yes. You'll have to remind me. I'll be too far into this.
I know, in the trenches. Okay, and I got to do some of this because he's right here. Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm muting. Yeah.
All righty. We're done at 20 minutes in the bag.
Okay. I was trying to put music on for some reason. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, on here? Oh, I guess
Yeah, it says it's got the music thing there. I don't know how to use it.
we will have to try it out one time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Bulldog, I can hear him.
He's like, my bestie Sienna's on, so let me get in close.
One day we will meet, Bulldog. One day.
One day. Yeah, he's only 70 pounds. Or a little over.
I reckon mine's closer to something like, well, you pounds, we're kilos here.
Oh, that's right. Now he's overweight, and the vet keeps being like, "Oh, we should check this baby's thyroid function. There could be something wrong." I'm like, "It's just bad."
Oh, when my mother-in-law's is here, ours are very fat. Like she feeds them 100 times a day. But when it's us here, he tends to trim down a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. But I reckon he'd be 60 kilos, maybe even 80. He's pretty big. Yeah.
That's me. I mean, do we need to have a dusting of cheese on our dog food in the morning? No, but do we? Well, yeah. Do I say that to the vet? Not at
You
all.
are not dog sitting our dogs ever.
My dogs live to be like 187 years because they live.
What, in dog years?
No, I have like a chocolate lab who's 15. Everybody lives well past their expiration point. You know, I had a lab, my last bulldog was 13.
Wow.
This bulldog lived to be 15. Yeah, like everybody, yeah, I think it's the preservatives and all the food I give them. It preserves the insides.
Yeah. Ours is, how old is he? He's 13 this year, I think. 12 or 13, I think he's 12 or 13 this year. And for a bull mastiff, that's quite old. So,
That is. They're the same.
yeah. Well, not always. Our cats die. We live on a busy road and our cats get run over all the time. But
Oh, no.
Kitty doesn't.
That's so sad.
Well, our bull mastiff stood on his back leg and he can't jump high anymore, so he can't jump the back fence. So,
It kind of saved him.
yeah, and the other one doesn't leave. So Tia's cat doesn't leave the house. It's an indoor cat. So
Yeah.
that works.
Uh,
I wasn't laughing at that. It's very sad when they do go.
you're like, I'm not laughing at their
At their deaths.
I know.
No, it's very sad when it happens. Because my middle son was very fond of cats. Tia loves all animals. And my oldest one just wants the biggest dog he can find. So,
You're like a little animal farm over there.
oh, yeah. So what was my question I had to answer?
Oh, let me put my interview on. I know. So, yes, we're officially on the break. The question is, why do you use a developmental editor?
Because I need help, girl. No. I didn't know about any of this because I'm quite new. So I'm on my fifth book all up. So my first book didn't have any of that until I met you, really. Well, actually, we were talking on our chat on Instagram, and that's when you sort of said who you use, and that's when I got hold of Jessica. And then that was a whole game changer for me because then I pretty much pulled the book off and rewrote it, sort of thing, because she had some deep thoughts to me.
I didn't.
which took me, like, I remember getting them back. I didn't look at them for 2 months because I could see all this red and I shut it down and went, I can't do this. And then it took me a little while to sort of go, okay, put your big girl panties on. You've paid for this. We've got to do something about it. And then I could sort of go through it. And I hated half of the stuff that she told me that I had to do to begin with because I wasn't open to hearing that it wasn't working.
Oh, no, that's a very good point, right? You have to be constructive criticism, but we are insecure about our body of work sometimes.
Yeah, and I'm very insecure. So when it comes to anything writing, because of my own disabilities that I have with like dyslexia and stuff, going through school and being teased all the way up through school. Like, it's quite hard to hit, like, when you really try with an open mind and go, yep, I understand you're trying to help me. But when I saw all this red writing, it was just like, what the?
And what does red mean for those that are listening or watching?
Get rid of it. It means take it out.
And you're
It
like,
shouldn't
oh
be in there.
no.
And it wasn't just like a line, it was
Chunks.
like chunks and on lots of chapters. And I was just like, oh. So I went from 104,000 words down to 94,000 words. So 10,000 words she took out.
It's a lot.
So, yeah. And that was me fighting on some too. So there were some that she said it could go, it needed to go, and I had to put some stuff in. And I was just like, some stuff I was like, I just don't want to move that. And then we talked it out, and she said, again, all I'm doing, you have the choice to do what you want to do. She said, I'm just giving you advice. And she goes, if you use it and if you don't use it, it's up to you. She goes, I actually love that part, but I feel like something else needs to give. So I took that on, and then I changed a few things further in the book so it sort of balanced more. And she said, no, perfect. So it worked better. But yeah, it's developmental editing, getting those edits back is actually something you need to learn, I reckon. Like, it's not an easy thing to take on, and keeping an open mind and then following through on the changes. I didn't know much about either. We talked about before what you could do if you didn't have a developmental editor. Actually, going back, after I put my second book through and I used Jess, it was so much easier to whip them out. Agree with her? Oh, yeah. Out.
Well, I like the point you made. You said, I didn't accept all her changes because sometimes, again, we as authors, we have the whole story here.
Yeah,
She's getting half a book or maybe the whole book,
yeah,
but you're writing a series and you're like, no, I'm going to save that for later. Well, she doesn't know it. So I like when you said, like, I didn't take all her changes. Some of them stayed in because I knew they had to be in.
yeah, yeah. And I'm glad I left them in too. Like, I think it would have been okay to pull them out now that I look back, but I'm glad I left them in because to me they were key points.
Yes.
So I'm glad I left them in. But yeah, but now it's easier when she brings something up. I don't feel like I've got a gun to my head. So it's like, oh yeah, nah. And then I'll talk it out with her. That's what she's brilliant for. So after she's done her edit, I can get up and say to her, look, I've changed this part to this. Does this sound better? Or I really want to keep this in. So how do we make it work, sort of thing. So she's really good at coming back with, and just workshopping some ideas and stuff, which is really cool. So I've gotten used to it now.
Well, it's nice because, like, today we talked about then I'm stuck and I can't see the forest through the trees. And so she can, like, hold your hand and walk you through the forest, like, oh, let me show you the path forward. And I
Yeah.
think that's really helpful because sometimes we only see our story one way.
Yes.
Your set of eyes to be like, oh, have you thought about this or that? And you're like, no, but that makes it better.
Yeah. But I believe too, like any of us as authors, like we can write so much on our own, but it's really cool to have somebody just to blurt the story out. And it's not like you're wanting them to give you ideas, or it's not like you want to, pinch somebody else's ideas. It's about like being able to blurt it out and just speaking it out loud. That somebody that sort of gets the whole author brain, because let's face it, we do have a brain of our own, like it's very unique. And then all of a sudden your story aligns and you're like, oh, yes, that's how it's going to go. So it's like that aha moment that you need before you give it to your book.
100% agree. Sometimes you need someone in that world and in that story with you because say that character wouldn't do that. Like you're writing, like sometimes I've done that where Dominic in one of my books, he's so gruff. He wouldn't have a light moment. He wouldn't be like bright and sunshiny. And she's like, you went out of character.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
sometimes we think that section or that line or that dialogue is important. And you're like, it is not because it doesn't even match your character. And so I think it happened with me also. And I appreciate her doing that.
Yeah. She did that with me with my second book. She said, "You're going to hate me for saying this, but it's the same character in the first book. You need to flip her out." And I was like,
What?
and then the more I read it, I was like, "Oh, shit."
Oh,
So I had to change a few, and it's just a few little. Wasn't all the way through the book, but it was just certain reactions that she had.
yeah.
That was enough to make it mimic her. So yeah, and it's good. You need someone to call you out as well, and it's a hard job for her because she's got to fight our what is it?
Like our
Our
tendencies.
well, not even the tendency. Like it's us on our high,
Oh,
and she's like knocking us down.
you're like, this is perfect. And she's like, well,
Is it really? We have to find a meme. We have to find a meme that does that. Is it really?
are you? I know. She says, sorry in advance. That's how she opened this one. Sorry in advance. It gives ick on so many levels. So that's my change number 5, where she said that. So exactly what you're saying. I was like, well, I don't think it gave ick. And she's like, trust me, it does. Okay.
But I think that goes to show, like, also that you've said from the beginning, this is outside your comfort zone. So I think it's good that maybe she's picked it up because now you can reset your frame, your mind, to bringing it back into what you need.
100%. She said, so what Sienna's talking about is I'm writing a twin brothers, why choose? And so she said, with 3 POVs, and she's like, it's a little too slow. And I'm like, I never hear that it's too slow. Normally it's like, you're getting to the action too fast. So I was like, oh, what is this thing? So yeah, definitely outside my comfort zone. I'm not writing it correctly. But what we get from her, people can also, if you can't afford a developmental editor, there's other resources.
Options. Mm.
The one that comes to mind is, I know if you're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, there's writing critique groups.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a swap, like I would read Sienna's and she would read mine. And so that way it's no cost, but you also get someone else to read your manuscript. Now, with a grain of salt, is it going to be to the level you get a developmental editor? I don't know. I think not, because you have to really, they're not as committed to your project and your manuscript.
Might not be their genre.
Correct.
There's so many different, like, I didn't do the critique one. I did the beta. I beted for somebody, they beted for me. And I must admit, I was a crap beta reader. Like, I was not. Being a new author, you don't know what you're looking for when now, if I beta read, I would see things differently. Where back then when they were I was doing betas, I really didn't. If I enjoyed the story, I said it. I couldn't pick out if there was plots, or I could tell you that doesn't make sense, but I couldn't tell you why. Where now I could probably find that.
Yeah.
But that takes time of learning.
And experience and
Yeah.
working your own manuscript and getting feedback. Mm-hmm.
And then you get people also that will, do your work and they just want to upset you, I think.
Oh, that's terrible.
Like, I've seen it, like, not just on me, but on other people that I've been in a group with, and they were like, "Is this fair?" And then I was like, "What chapter was that?" And then she told me, and I read through the chapter, and I thought, that's pretty, quite cruel. And you couldn't, like, I'm pretty good at getting critique, like, especially constructive critique. Like, you could be pretty harsh with me, and I could be like, still take it. Okay, I see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
But that was like below the belt, and I was like, oh,
Oh,
yeah, that would hurt. That would sting. So yeah, I think it's hard when you're in those groups, and then you get the ones that want to do it for money as well now. Yeah, so that's and they don't know what they're doing either. So they want to be paying. So it's quite difficult out there to find the right ones to sort of help you. But I think if you've got some good readers that love your work and they want to be your beta, that's your best bet. Like, that's what I found. I've got a couple of, I still have beta and developmental editors. Do you have the same?
I don't. I've had so I started off with I had alpha. I've always had a developmental editor, and then I moved into where I do alpha readers, and I'd send it out to them and get their feedback. But again, it's a double-edged sword. It's a blessing that you can have people interested in wanting to read your work in its raw form, but also get all this feedback. And then it could conflict. One says, I think I see the story going this way. Your developmental says go this way. And so then you're like, I don't even know what way I want to go because you have so much quality feedback. And that's, like I said, it's a blessing that we have that. So now I don't. And so I've had several people come and like, hey, I still would like to alpha. I'd still like to beta, but I just work it between me and my developmental editor.
Yeah, I still do.
How does that work?
I've got actually 3 alpha betas. And I figure when they clam together with a complaint, like saying this part here doesn't make sense, then I'll look at it. But if one sees something and nobody else sees it and it goes through the book like that, unless Jess sees it, because I take her stuff not higher, I just know she knows what she's looking at. So I will take on board what the author says and have a read through, and I might change it or I might not change it, just depends. But if 3 of them are on the same subject, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's got to go. That's got to be changed.
Okay, so where does that fit in the process? Right now, you'll finish writing it. It goes over to developmental editor.
Yeah.
You get it back. When do the betas get it?
Well, I put the authors in it as I do each chapter.
Oh, you're sending it to them at work.
Yeah, as I work, I send it to them. So then it's a little bit more polished before I send it to Jess, because I feel like I have confused her once. And I actually have no idea how she got to read it because it was a mess. And then it keeps me keeping my chapters clean as well, because I have written the whole thing and not even edited anything, and then gone back up, and it was that messed up with my typing and my fingers not being as fast as my brain. So there was a whole heap missed and I was really screwed over. So now I make sure I do a chapter, neaten it up, send it to the betas or the alpha betas, and then put it in its area. But I've also got, in this one, I've had an extra in there, and that's for cultural reasons. So I send it to her first, and then I'm sending it to the alpha betas, and then it's going to Jess. And then after Jess, I'll fix it, and then it will go to my line editor.
So that's really a good process. So how long is it with the betas, and do you continue writing while it's with the betas?
Yeah. So I do I'll do 10 chapters and then throw it up on a Google Docs for them. And then I'll do another 10 chapters and then throw it up on the Google, and they just go through and put their comments. I don't even look at their comments until I'm finished doing what I'm doing. Yeah. And then I'll go back up through and just sort of tweak what they've done. And then once I've got it all up there, then I'll send it to, they would have done all their stuff, and then I'll send it to Jess.
That is so smart. So when you get it back, you send them the 10, package it up, you continue writing, their comments come in, and then you go in and back work those 10 chapters.
Yeah.
Does it affect the next block of 10 chapters that you're working on?
No, I don't actually fix their 10 chapters until, like, if I've got nothing on or I'm stuck, I'll go back up and do those 10 chapters. But most of the time, there's a whole, I think it's the whole lot at the moment, that I think I've done 2 chapters or 3 chapters so far of what they've done. So I'll get this done, and then while I'm waiting for Jess, that's what I'll do, and start my anthology.
Who knows? That may be quicker. Mine just was like,
I hope so. Yeah.
And now I'm back.
Have you finished?
No, I have not, because it's 40,000 words, and so I don't even know how many I am in it. But yeah, I told you I wrote 5,000 words on Friday
Yeah,
because it
that's right.
was pouring out of me, and then I wrote again on Monday. I don't know how many, so I don't know where I'm at. But then this came through with Jess, and I was like, oh yeah. So now I'm back to sadness with my with
You need to flip it. You
with
need to flip it. Flip it so it's not sadness anymore.
I know. I think it has helped because I went through and I started like writing, I change it.
Yeah.
I started mapping it like this way. And
Yeah.
I do have some questions still that I need to ask her about because I was like, she made this big long paragraph comment. Oh, yeah. It's like this big. And I'm like, where do you go? I don't know where that one goes. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it go later in the story that I haven't written and I haven't sent to her? So, yeah. You're right. Shove all that sadness aside, get to work.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to find I think you've got to find your little spark or your goal point so you can just.
Yeah, get going. This comes out.
Like the what are you calling the other one? Black what?
I wanted to call it Black Tulip, but black was taken by everybody. So this was a mistake on my part. It's called Twisted Tulip, but also I have Twisted Throttle. I'm like, girl, that's dumb. But yeah. So anyway,
What's another word for black? I would Google what another word is for black.
I could, but we kind of have all the marketing set and everything. All the covers are done. So I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
but it's still the same word. It's just like,
oh no, I picked Twisted Tulip, but then I also have Twisted Throttle. I'm like,
so that's already set.
yeah, I was like, that's dumb. Now, what I could do is when we'll publish the anthology and then you get your story back and you can publish it on your own. Obviously, I'll change the title because, girl, that's dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really, but
I mean, kind of. Kind of. Let's not name our books basically the same thing.
yeah.
Okay, are we going to continue or are we wrapping it up? Send you.
Yeah. No, we'll do 20.
Okay, you're like really conflicted, so you want to knock out 20 and then we'll wrap up.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Starting
Right.
now. I'm going to mute. are done. Hey, wise wolf. Because not with us.
I was just listening to what I'd written. It shocked me. All good.
I try and seep in very quietly. And I'm like,
I
hey.
did. I was like, what the?
What? No, that was because I had to DM Jessica because I was like, aha, I think not that I want her to be wrong, but it would be easier for me if she's wrong and I write.
Yes, you do. Yeah. Yes, you do. You wanted to be wrong. In your own world, you wanted to be wrong.
I was reading through this and she's like, I would cut all this out. And I was like, well, they can't go from like one kiss, no contact, and then full on spicy scene. So I'm hoping she'll be like, yeah, I missed that. And then I'll be like, cut on the back. I get to keep it. So we'll see. And I sent her this huge, like, I don't think it'll work. Or did I miss something in your notes? So maybe she's wrong.
We'll go with that for now. Let me update me later.
It'll be my first time ever. I don't know how many books she's done. This is my 15th book. I picked her up somewhere along the way. Did we start with, I think maybe I picked her up like 10 books ago, 9 books ago.
Well, this is her, or she's been doing my series. She's done all 5 of my books now.
Cool.
So
it helps. Yeah.
Mm.
That's why we love our development editor. But it's important to find one that believes in your work, it matches your energy, that you can go back and forth with. I know
that is gold. That is absolute gold.
I know some development editors will get on a Zoom and talk it out with you.
Yeah.
I haven't done that with Jessica. I'm sure she'd be amenable to it. Normally, I just DM.
Yeah. I haven't done it with her either, but she said she's up for it because I'm somebody who's like I've done a few voice records back and forth on Insta, because I get better from voice feedback than I do from written feedback. So sometimes I'm like, talk it out to me, give me more.
No. I completely agree with you. There's a magic in that, but like. Half the time when I read it, I'm, not anywhere near my manuscript, not anywhere near a computer. Like I said, I was reading all this at baseball and I'm like, so I'm not going to have a Zoom in the stands. Hey, everybody. Let me talk about my spicy scenes and how out of order they are. Don't mind me.
No, it's when you run to the car, it becomes your office.
I know, for real. Yeah.
I've done it. Well, not for writing, but I've done it for like I do Zoom calls a lot through my other work, and I have to. It's private. Some of the stuff that we talk about is quite private, so it's like I'll be back.
That'll be me Sunday. We have to go to a college recruiting event 2 hours from here. We have to get there an hour and a half before the games. So, yeah, I want to be hanging out in my car a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we play 2 games. So, I don't know. I haven't even figured out the schedule. I'm like, okay, if we have to be there at 2 and an hour and a half before, that's 12:30. 2 hours, it's 10:30. And then, so anyway.
Yes.
I'm keeping you up and I don't mean to. So,
no, it's all good. All good. All right. I'm done for tonight. And then I'll see you Friday.
Yes, for those that are listening and watching, we will be on Writing Sprints on TikTok, 8 AM CST.
I was going to say 10 p.m. No, at 9 p.m. AWST.
Yeah, I think Stevens is in November, the first week in November.
Oh, when you got daylight savings?
Yeah, so that'll be 11 o'clock your time, so we may have to back it up on my time.
Yeah. If you can.
Yeah, that'll be 7 a.m. Keep your 9 p.m. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get
sounds good.
Yeah. Anyway, this week, 8 a.m. CST, 9 p.m. AWST on TikTok. We'll be there. Until next time, keep writing.
We will. Keep writing.
Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.